The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either, but I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
Statistically speaking, there is one of two root causes at work here. The first cause is that she found a new dude who tickled her fancy, and she started cheating and ends up filing for divorce in order to be with the new catch. The affair partner kicked her out after a month or two. Or maybe she was listening to her bitter, single feminist friends to get a divorce under the guise of female empowerment. Suddenly, she has regained back her lost love for her ex-husband. She is now trying to guilt-trip the ex with her crocodile tears, hoping he sees it and ask her to come back. She filed for divorce thinking her husband was going to come crawling back to her, begging her to take him back, and it backfired. She has too much pride to call off the divorce herself and tell her husband that she was bluffing. She is mourning her loss and wallowing in self-pity. She never thinks about how much pain she caused her ex, who probably did everything since she didn't say any negative thing about him. Also, there are some women who file for divorce in an effort to subjugate their husbands to their demands, or to make the man fear losing his family and all he has worked for. It is a manipulation tactic, and no man should bow down to this form of abuse. Sign the papers and move on with your life. The other thing that destroys the marriage is, when the man is the sole provider, the woman complains that he is never home. However, she will not curtail household bills and spending to enable her man to come home and be with his family without all the bills becoming delinquent. There is an interesting Reddit post that went viral, and it's about this lady who decided to leave her husband after losing his job. Let's get into it. My husband is a plastic surgeon, and he previously made $500,000 to $700,000 a year with bonuses at his practice. He was recently let go due to COVID reducing plastic surgery patient load. He's a doctor and has only been able to find general practice work. His highest offer has been $250,000, and he's considering accepting the offer. I know we need money, but I don't want him to get used to working a low salary and not working hard to get back up to the mid-sixes that we accustomed. He used to give me a $10K a month allowance, which has now been slashed to $3K. I had to stop getting my nails, hair, and salon services. My monthly shopping has been reduced significantly. I know he might recover, but he might not, and I also know my worth and what I am accustomed. I feel just gross having to accept this sort of lifestyle. I know there are other men at his old practice that clear more than $500K a year, and there's no reason I can't get one of those men. We don't have kids yet, and I just don't want to settle for some loser with mediocre ambitions. What should I do? I'm afraid if I leave him too soon, I might find myself in an even more difficult place. Some women seriously do not understand the vows that they took. They also don't think past the expensive rings, the big wedding, and then the lavish honeymoon which is paid for. Then there's the whole marriage thing that they pretend that they didn't read the fine print on. Modern women are like a minefield, and the only truly safe option is to avoid walking into the minefield at all costs. Even though there may be some decent, honest women around, the bad ones, the legal system, and family courts have made it totally unworthy of becoming involved. Men lose their money, property, families, contact with their children, and overall a highly negative experience. Many men end up leaving the dating scene because they do not fancy the odds against managing to secure a good, honest, trustworthy, feminine wife against the odds of losing everything. Thank you for watching. Kindly give us a like and subscribe. Don't forget to share your opinion with us.